in the land of YouTube. This is Annette Dion. I'm the host and founder of the one and only Psychic News Network. We are here to converge in a loving space, a loving, supportive space on December 20th. It's really December 20th. It really is. The moon is in Aries. It's hump day. I was goofing off a little bit today, and I bought a new tarot deck. I did. I couldn't help myself. And I also bought a little something that I haven't opened yet. I just got back. Oh, you know, creative people love to goof off. That's for sure. It's important. So these are Forest Fae, the fairy cards. We can take a look at these. I know you have a gazillion questions. I can feel it. I just want to mention that, you know, we all have been asking everybody, psychics, non-psychics, viewers, non-viewers, we've all been asking what the chances are that DJT, I can't even stand to say his name anymore. I used to refer to him as he who shall not be named for the longest time, but that's just too long. We've been wanting to know if he's going to be eligible to be on the ballot. How many times have I said I just don't see him on the ballot? I look like a wrapped gift. A planned gift. I put Judy in my pocket. Oh, let's bring her out a little bit. There. Oh, I found a little spot for her. So, I keep telling you, I just don't see him on the ballot. I keep looking. Thomas is TMI. TMI. Thomas had a colonoscopy today. Now we all know. Thank you for the compliments. While I was goofing off, I bought a shirt and I bought these earrings, and you know, Judy the elf. Oh no, what? Why do you say no? Judy the elf was made by hand in Hungary. I love Etsy. And Maria's saying it's always a good thing to do, Thomas. Let's get to the news, shall we? Do we have to talk about that right now? Maine is working on getting him off the ballot. Yeah, okay. I was reflecting today on this whole election thing. It's good that we're together. It's really important that we get together and we support one another, and we acknowledge that these are really challenging times. Maria wants me to tell her that Abbott will go away. I can only tell you what my psychic impression is. I don't tell people what they want to hear. I tell people what I'm being told. But I do know this. Karma is Jack Smith. Compliments of Warren. While I'm thinking about it and I'm shuffling my brand new cards, these are called the, where did I put the box? They're like the Magician's Tarot. I misplaced the box. I often think about how maybe 20 years ago I never would have thought that I would have been glued to the news all day, every day. But these times call for that. Right? These times call for us to, you know, to know that we need to be paying attention to our behavior, you know, or lack thereof. We need to get involved, and you all know that. So we have a segment of the population in America that are going around thinking that if somebody commits heinous crimes, we should just let them get away with it. There's a segment of the population, not the majority, that are going around saying, you know, a president can commit murder, a president can shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and get away with it. We have I think it's like a 30% of Americans believe, and I've heard this said by people that were being interviewed and asked about their feelings about Donald Trump at Trump rallies. I have heard several people say, when asked, is there anything that Donald Trump could do that would make you change your mind about him? Anything in the world. Is there anything that he could do that would make you change your mind about him, to a Trump supporter? And they stand there and they get real stern about it. Nope, there's nothing he could do that would make me not support him. That's a cult. That is a cult. Gloria saying Trump makes her nauseous. Do you think that Trump doesn't make the rest of us nauseous? Because he most certainly does. I've said many times that I don't see him on the ballot, and I've said many times that the cosmic reason why we have Donald Trump is so that we secure our democracy. Our democracy has so many loose strings. Case in point, look at what Tuberville was able to do for the better part of this year, for almost an entire year. That is a democracy that has holes in it. That is a democracy that's not functioning in a safe way. A democracy where a former president on his way out of the White House takes boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of high security secret documents about our military and military secrets of other countries, of our allies. Our democracy has mega holes in it, and if it weren't for somebody so nefarious, not that we want to learn this way, one of the things that's true about human beings is we kind of have to be whacked upside the head with a lot of stuff before we actually pay attention. And I'm sorry that it's that way, but you know, in your own personal life, it's probably that way too, right? Because it's only human. It takes a catastrophe before people wake up. So we're going to choose 3 cards about the Supreme Court, and when we get to 200 people, we'll do a group hug, because that's what we do here. We support each other. And before I pull 3 cards on the Supreme Court, I want to ask you all to help me out about my business. Please hit the thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel if it's not too much trouble. There's nothing that happens when you subscribe. You're just helping the YouTube channel owner. So I'm pulling 3 cards about the Supreme Court. And if you want to know what I feel before I pull the cards, I feel what I said before, which was that I don't see him on the ballot. So I'm going to ask the pendulum. And I'm kind of getting a sense that enough states will not want him on the ballot. I want to use the pendulum. Oh no. I want to use the pendulum to find out, is the Supreme Court going to rule that he's not eligible to be on the ballot? I'm not getting that the Supreme Court will say he's not eligible to be on the ballot. I'm not getting that. Now, hang tight. Everybody take a deep breath. That's right now. That's what I'm feeling right now. As it stands right now, is the Supreme Court poised to rule that he is ineligible to be on the ballot? I'm not getting that. Is the Supreme Court, as things stand right now, is the Supreme Court going to throw it to the states? Is that where the energy is now? Okay, so the energy right now feels as though the Supreme Court will throw the decision to the states. I don't know how they can do that. Nothing's etched in stone. The pendulum measures the kind of the predominant energy. Everybody, just don't, All right, deep breath. We'll do a hug. Okay? Deep breath in. Deeper. Hold the breath. Longer exhalation out. What I'm hearing on MSNBC is that I'm hearing from different talking heads. Nobody knows what the Supreme Court's going to do. That's what I'm hearing. Nobody knows. So, the psychics on YouTube should be like very, very popular right now, right? Okay, so group hug. 1, 2, 3. Group hug. We can do this. We are doing this. Let's count our blessings because we're not in a fascist dictatorship right now, which we could have been on January 7th, 2021 if things had gone a little different. Okay? Come on, thumbs up, guys. It's Christmas. Thank you. 3 cards in the Supreme Court. It's going to be a mess. I mean, yeah, that was a nice hug. Queen. Now I'm just getting used to these. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune, there's going to be a change of fortune. These are interesting cards. I wish I could find the box. I think I put it in the other room. This is the Wheel of Fortune. So there's a change of fortune for Donald Trump. The Knight of Wands is Joan of Arc. This represents Jack Smith energy. And the Queen of Cups. I'm asking about the Supreme Court. I'm seeing it working in favor of saving democracy. Yeah, honestly, these are beautiful cards, and I'm standing in the store, and I'm like, I don't need another tarot deck. Oh, somebody stop me, and nobody stopped me. So, it's okay. It's my job. This is Jack Smith energy. This is the Constitution energy. This is Joan of Arc. It's the Knight of Wands. This actually feels favorable. Yeah. Damon says he has no faith in the court. Okay, we're stating the obvious now, right? Trump makes me nauseous too, and nobody trusts the Supreme Court. All right, that's why we're here. Yes, that's why we're here. We're all in agreement. A psychic can always use another tarot deck. It's a vibe thing. I wanted to get a different vibe. So this is a Queen of Cups. It actually looks like it's going to work in our favor. It actually looks like things are going to work in our favor. And the guides are saying really strongly, when the American people, kind of make their feelings known a little bit more. For instance, what's going on with the whole January 6th committee and the investigations that are going on right now, and the people that followed Trump into the, crime scene. I'm getting guidance to tell you all that we are way underestimating how many people don't want Donald Trump back in the White House. We are way underestimating what... I heard that news already about Texas. The guys are saying we are way underestimating. Didn't we underestimate in 22 that we'd have a blue wave? Didn't we underestimate that, right? Weren't we like freaking out in 2020? Understandably so, because we didn't know if enough people in America had not drunk the Kool-Aid, and Joe Biden won by 7 million plus votes with all the gerrymandering and the cheating and the redistricting and all that. There are more people that want what's right for this country than don't. And I got a bottle drop on that, okay? Does anybody disagree with me? There are more people that want us to remain a democracy than don't, right? I'm going to pick 3 cards on what Donald Trump is going to do next. At this stage of the game, the entire justice system knows the drill when they are attempting to hold Trump accountable. They know exactly what the Trump lawyers are going to do. This is what I'm going to read them. I'm going to pull 3 cards about Trump's lawyers. Yeah, exactly, Cheryl, right? Go back and remember. Subscribe to Simon Rosenberg's newsletter. It used to be called Hopium. I think he changed the name of it. If anybody knows, let me know. But Simon Rosenberg is great. And Jessica Craven, Chop Wood, Carry Water, excellent. It'll give you some perspective, and always look at Joe Biden's accomplishments. And I was listening to, speaking of Biden, I am going to talk about Biden. Yeah, Joan agrees. Listening to Pete Buttigieg talking about the rail system. 45 is considering Governor Abbott for VP. He's just self-destructing all over the place. So Mayor Pete, I still call him Mayor Pete, was, because it's easier than saying his last name, was talking about the rail system that the Biden administration is slated to do a rail system. Like, if you don't particularly enjoy flying, I don't. I hate to fly. I very seldom fly. My friends in Nashville are giving up on me. I'd like to take high-speed rail. And that's what the Biden administration is investing in saving the roads, rebuilding roads and bridges and high-speed rail and, all this great stuff. Patty's asking if I'll be doing a 2024 prediction show. Yes, I do it every single year. It won't be live because I got to focus more. So I'm pulling 3 cards on Trump's lawyers. Damon's going to get his own island? Yeah, have you ever tried to take the Amtrak somewhere? You really can't. Even to get in the vicinity of where you want to go, even if it's a big city, it's like, Boston is 45 minutes away driving. There's an Amtrak station there. If I wanted to go to Tennessee, there's really no place. Well, they're going to fix that. Yeah, I would love a train ride. I would read, I would write, I would listen to music, I would maybe even write some songs. I'm asking about Trump's lawyers. Trump's lawyers are out in the cold. I have the Hermit card. Never underestimate. Yeah, exactly, Darren. Don't underestimate the American people. This is the Trump rhetoric. America's going down. I don't know what, he's just always talking about how America's filled with crime and Washington, D.C. is disgusting and there's litter everywhere. He just goes on and on and on about how awful America is, and it's like the American people are good people. Anyway, this is about Trump's lawyers. The Hermit card, out in the cold. On the bottom of these cards, there are philosophers and scientists and, famous people that I will look up in the book. They're out in the cold. this is Jack Smith. And this is the lever card for the lawyers that they're just so enamored with Donald Trump. Amy's taking the train from Norman, Oregon, or Oklahoma to Fort Worth. Yeah, well, that's good that you found that. That's great. You think Steve Miller is Trump's speechwriter? He is. It just occurred to me. This is the first time I've seen these cards. Yes, it's Sergius and Bacchus. I've never seen this. The lover card is two men. I'm sorry. It's funny. You guys are all outing yourselves. I think it's hilarious. Where's my bell? That was hilarious. That was pretty funny. All right. I didn't expect. I've never seen a lover card with two men. Yeah, they're pretty cool. So Trump's lawyers, the Hermit card means they're out in the cold. They're out in the cold. But this is cult. This is real cult. This is real cult stuff. And I was listening, I mentioned this to the group last night, to Grasp Roots of Democracy, our Tuesday night group. I was mentioning that I was watching Arlie Velshi. And he had some people on that were talking about Alexei Navalny. And how many others that Putin has gotten rid of. He got rid of Navalny, just so you know. And how it's really important that we really pay close attention. About 10 years ago, Russia was not where it is now. Putin took a long time to kind of groom his followers in a certain way, to get them to support him. And so he wasn't that bad. He wasn't that bad. They don't have legitimate elections there anyway. And if you disagreed with Vladimir Putin, you were thrown in prison, and that's still that way, as we know. And you could disappear and nobody could ever know your whereabouts, which is hell on the family. So Navalny, his lawyers went to the prison, and he was no longer on the list of prisoners at the prison that he was in. And listening to Ali Velshi last night, there's some real warning flares going up in America, because this is what happened in Russia, and this is what happens in other countries. It's like when people aren't really looking and aren't really paying attention. It was like boiling a frog. Yes. A little at a time, a little at a time, a little at a time. What's happening for us is we're getting it right in our faces. So there's no excuse for us to allow this to continue. We cannot pretend it's not going to happen. We have to act as if it's going to happen. We have to behave as if we're in a crisis, right? We have to behave as if we're in a crisis. I'm pulling 3 cards about how Trump is doing in the face of this. The guides are telling me very clearly one of the reasons that he's gone off the deep end, and Trump has gone off the deep end, is because he's in a losing situation. Yeah, Suzanne saying incredible to think people think Trump is a good guy. That's the brainwashing. That's the people that have been longing for a group to belong to. That's a long trip for a neck pillow. Still a great deal, though. See why I can't follow the chat? I'm talking about these really serious things and you're talking about a neck pillow. It's fine. I love you guys. You know I love you. How Trump is doing. I keep on getting the world, and I was reflecting on this today about the last PNN when I got the world. This is Aleister Crowley. What's so cool about these cards is I didn't know what these people looked like. Aleister Crowley invented the Thoth deck. I think that's how you say it. So Trump is, yeah, of course he's desperate. He's completely desperate. He's completely desperate. I feel like, let me put it to you like this. You know how some people, I don't, but some people like horror movies? And the reason people that are into that kind of stuff like horror movies is because it kind of, it's so intense. You know, when you watch like a horror movie that's murders and stuff like that, which I could never watch, but anyway, it's enough about me. It makes your adrenaline, you know, it really gets you pumped up, right? So Trump is a horror movie. It's probably a good analogy. So when you hear Trump saying things verbatim that Hitler said, just verbatim. I took a couple screenshots, but I won't bore you with that. I'm making a point about horror movies. I'm not recommending horror movies. I'm just making a point. It's similar to why people go to horror movies to get that adrenaline rush. It just feels like Trump is addicted to the adrenaline rush of getting people all excited about what he's saying. Like excited, like freaked out, or excited like, and I do get the people in his crowds, you know, they're kind of over the top, like screaming and like at the decibel level of the freaking Super Bowl or something, when your team is, you're cheering for your team. So he's really addicted to that in a similar way to how people get addicted to like horror movies, because it's a rush, right? It's got to be, I'm not going to watch Silent Night, Deadly Night. Forget about it. I can't watch that stuff. He can't, Trump will not be able to tone it down. Yeah, the world is a horror movie now. It's true. Just be prepared, because Trump is not going to be able to tone it down, because he's very much needing that rush. It's the only way he can feel like he's making an impact and that he's powerful. So don't get me wrong. It's not that he doesn't mean the things that he's saying, because he does. And that's horrifying. He does mean the things that he's saying. I heard him utter the word kill. He was talking about Al Capone, and he was glorifying Al Capone, and he was saying, you know, they called him Scarface. He had a big scar down his face. And he said this, and it struck me. It struck me, the energy and the word, when he said, yeah, you know, he was a killer. And it just occurred to me that Mary Trump talked about that. About how Fred Trump, that's right, Fred Trump used to say that he had to be a killer. That Trump had to be a killer. Right? So I think it's well known that he's quoting Hitler. Is that, you know, here I'm having this moment, like, you guys all know this, right? What's his name is evil? Susanna's saying, is this evil soul the reason he's not having health issues? He is having health issues. But I do have a theory about that. I have a theory that if you have a pact with the devil, whatever that means to you, the devil can make you stay healthy. Don't take that to the bank, but it's just a feeling that I have. If you agree to do evil, then evil will reward you with decent health. I might have gotten that from a movie. 45 has threatened Biden. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. So it looks like the Supreme Court's going to hem-haw. I did say that the other night too. I see hem-hawing. I see, well, maybe, maybe not. Let's just read on that one more time. The Supreme Court. Just one more time. I might ask a different question. Will the Supreme Court, whatever happens here, will the Supreme Court hang on. I gotta get the question right. Will the Supreme Court lean on supporting the Constitution that they took an oath to protect? I do get a yes on that. Yeah, I do. I do feel like the Supreme Court's going to lean in the direction of upholding the Constitution. Not something you just stop doing? What do you mean, Abby? I might have missed something there. I'm going to read on the Republicans. I'm going to read on the Putin Republicans. They're not even calling this out. They're just aligning with it. It's horrible. Yes, I do get that they'll uphold the Constitution. I am getting that the Supreme Court is going to uphold the Constitution. I'm just getting a little bit of mamby-pamby stuff going on. When really, Thomas, I don't really predict death. We know Jimmy Carter's on his way to the other side. I don't predict when. I do feel like the Supreme Court will uphold the Constitution. I just feel like they're gonna make us kind of like, well, maybe we will, maybe they will, maybe they won't, you know. And I want to just let everybody know that your thoughts can affect reality. So think about the Supreme Court. They took an oath to uphold the Constitution, but so did Trump. And the stupid lawyers are trying to say that Trump didn't take an oath to defend and protect the United States Constitution. People, this is a no-brainer, right? All right, let's pull some more cards because I wasn't really being clear about the question. Oh, it was the Republicans. But let me ask a specific question about the Republicans. Let's ask the pendulum. Will any Republicans come around to defending the Constitution that they swore an oath to protect and defend? Will any of them? Will any of the Republicans? Nope, not one of those Republicans that swore an oath to uphold the Constitution and defend and protect it. Not one of them. They're working for Putin. All right. Yeah, without a constitution, it's a dictatorship. I've said that many times. I got that they're going to uphold the Constitution, the Supreme Court. Will any Republicans speak up? I mean, Republicans in office. Will any Republicans speak up to defend the United States Constitution? That's unfreaking believable. They all should be ousted. They all should be ousted. All of them. Everyone. So let's pull 3 cards about those Putin Republicans. I got that from Liz Cheney. The Putin puppets. I got that from Hillary Clinton. The Putin puppets. They should be in jail. They should be in jail. Many of them should be in jail. Don't even get me started about Clay Higgins. The ghost buses. Trying to make people believe that all those people that bashed the Capitol and pooped all over the Capitol and pissed all over the Capitol and beat up cops were the FBI. Trying to make us believe that? Well, not us. Damon saying Republicans have always played very dirty. Yeah, I know, but this is bottom of the barrel and they keep going lower. This is about the Republicans. This is the jail card. Here's the insurrectionists in our Congress who are working for Putin, doing Putin's bidding, the Putin puppets, the Putin Republicans. The Eight of Swords this is the prison. This is a backed into a corner prison card. I'm going to learn a lot about famous people in history from these cards because I don't know who Lilias 80 is. Anyway, see they look like prison bars, don't they? They're just going to stay aligned with the emperor who has no clothes. Oh, I know. I'm sorry for the visual. Pardon me for the visual. Next, I have to tell you what I saw of Ted Cruz. Hang on. Oh, they will be destitute. They will be destitute. They are going to pay a huge price for kissing the emperor's you-know-what. They really are. And I know they don't believe that, but they're being so awful. And the ones that aren't speaking up, that aren't really working for Putin, they need to speak up. Yeah, lie, and eventually people will believe it. Goebbels, yes. That's a quote. That's a fascist kind of playbook kind of thing. And a few PNNs ago, I pulled the card that said that what the Republicans are counting on, because I was asking, what are they banking on? What are they counting on? And it was clear as could be. This is what the sham hearings, the impeachment inquiries, the sham, Hunter Biden inquiries and all that. And the only thing that's in their plan, the only strategy that these Republicans have is to just pound away telling all kinds of stupid lies. And that's it. And I have the Five of Pentacles here, which is like kind of destitute. And this indicates running out of money. So, you know how they're taking people that they don't like people that work for our national security and people that they don't like the head of the border security, Mayorkas maybe? Is that his name? They're what the fascists are doing are saying, oh, we need to cut his salary to $1 a year. Yeah. Looks like their salaries are going to be cut to me. It's not right away. It's around the middle of 2024. And speaking of that, I just want to let you know that we did a really good show yesterday. Kathy Beal and I did a really good show. We do the political astrology. Their donations have shut way down, Abby. That makes sense. We did a really good show yesterday, so make sure you check it out and make sure you share it if people want to know what's going on, with political astrology. Am I picking up on that? Five of Pentacles feels like poverty. Are some of them going to lose their seats? That's a very strong yes. I feel like that's a very strong yes. Some of them are going to lose their seats. What do you think of that, Judy? She likes that idea. Might be the cutest elf I ever met. Yeah, the Florida GOP cut the salary of the chair of the Florida GOP to $1. Oh, the Florida GOP. That's interesting. Yes, loss of money. Spiritual. Yes, that's loss of money. Five of Pentacles is poverty. Mayorkas. I said it right. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was one that they wanted to reduce the salary to $1 a year, and the other was a general, I believe. There's a whole bunch of them. They want to reduce their salaries to $1 a year. These true public servants. How dare they? How dare they? So there, I saw a little bit of a video clip. I don't know, was it Midas Touch? You might have seen this. If you didn't, you may be better off. Ted Cruz was up there at a Turning Point event, and he gets up there, and I have to share this with you because it's just bothering me what he said. You know how they make fun of liberal women? I don't know how you define a liberal woman. I don't know what picture they have in their mind of what a liberal woman is. I just remember somebody at one of those stupid Turning Point events said something about liberal women have hairy armpits and are not feminine. Can you say misogyny? I can write off my purchase for the tarot deck. Well, yeah, I've been in business long enough to know that. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Check into it. I've been doing this work for 30 years. Thank you for sharing your helpful information. I know. I write off whatever I possibly can. Thanks. Ted Cruz said that the liberal women have men with little weenies. So guess what, everybody? You heard it here, and I hope you never find out factually for you, because I love you, and I hope you never find out factually. But Ted Cruz said that liberal women are unhappy. He said liberal women are unhappy because their men have small weenies. Ted Cruz said that. What is this obsession with I'm going to pull 3 cards. His poor daughter. Oh, I'm telling you what, I completely agree. I would divorce my dad if he was Ted Cruz. God, that's a horrible thing. That's like Kellyanne Conway's daughter. She was having so many problems with her daughter, and it's like, I don't blame her daughter for not being able to stand her annoying mother with the alternative facts. Give me a break. He said that. Ted Cruz said that. Tell me what you think of that. That's what I said, Damon. So you heard it here. It doesn't take a psychic. Ted Cruz said that because he has a small wiener. He's reduced me to that bottom of the barrel level that I just have to say it. Josh Hawley is really quiet. Why? Well, he's very guilty. I'm trying to remember who said that liberal women have hairy armpits. Oh, they say terrible things about liberal women, but they don't define what a liberal woman is. But let me tell you something. I live on the East Coast. I think they're talking about me. And speaking of that, different topic, but I came across a story about a tarot reader who has a pagan shop in Pennsylvania. I was alerted to this on the Black and Orange channel. The police came to her store because somebody drummed up a law from 1860 against reading tarot cards. I'm actually going to read on that real quick. I'm going to read on that. I know I'm trying to get off the Ted Cruz topic because I don't want to imagine. And Ted Cruz looks really heavy and really unhealthy. They all look so unhealthy. It was at a Turning Point. I think it was over the weekend. You can look it up. Usually I get these video clips off of Midas Touch. I'm pretty sure it was Midas Touch. I'm going to read on an unrelated to that topic. I'm going to read on, there's a woman in Pennsylvania. The police came to her store and said that she was being cited for reading tarot cards. These are the things I worry about. So you know about this. The law is against fortune telling. What's the difference? CM. What's the difference? I'm pulling 3 cards about that. This is a fundamentalist Christians. Oh, these fundamentalists are going to get all up in arms and, you know, they're just trying to throw their weight around. Oh, look, we're so powerful. We're so powerful. You're helping people with your reading, so we need to show you who's boss. I know, we're going back to the 1500s. Well, they probably, that's when tarot cards came out. The moon, oh yeah. They're going to get all emotional. This is about the feminine. The stars of the United States. Remember, I said that the reason we're going through this hell with our democracy is because ultimately it will strengthen our democracy. If they're pulling on laws from the 1700s about, you know, women and abortion, and they're pulling on laws from the 1800s about fortune telling, we need to do something about our Constitution. We need to strengthen our Constitution. It's our First Amendment right. It's a separation of church and state. Why don't they go after the people that are shooting people up? Oh no, let's go after the tarot card reader. I don't see that the police, law enforcement winning that. Don't they have more important things to think about? I don't see it, because I have the star card. That's the United States. That's it is, this country was founded on separation of church and state. Can I just remind everybody, in case we forgot? I don't think we forgot, but tell your friends. This country was founded on separation of church and state. Nobody can tell you what religion or what spiritual path to be on. Nobody is supposed to be able to tell you who you can love. Nobody's supposed to be able to tell you that you know, if you can vote or you can't vote when you're a citizen. Nobody gets to tell you that. Nobody's supposed to be able to tell you that. Nobody's supposed to be able to tell you what you can do with your own body. Nobody's supposed to be in the gynecologist's office with you, right? Somebody explain that to Grandma Bobo. Are you talking about, oh my gosh, talk about ranting. I was totally on a rant with that Virginia Fox the other day. Mind your own business, Putin Republicans. I'm going to pull 3 cards. Oh, that just burns me. 45 said separation of church and state isn't a thing anymore. Oh yeah, Mr. Religion. Trump. Mr. Religion. Give me a break. And then we have Abbott. It's so hard to read on Abbott. He's so evil. So evil. It's like he's trying to out-evil himself. Meanwhile, the Pope has sanctioned same-sex marriage. I don't know if they can get married in the Catholic Church, but that's a great thing. I'm going to read on Ted Cruz. They're just going for the jugular. They're going for the low-hanging fruit. We gotta fight back. We gotta fight back. Can we get a Buddhist USA or Jewish or Taoist? Imagine if the tables were in reverse. We need to fight back. Ted Cruz. Let's see what these groovy cards say about Ted Cruz. He's coming into some challenging times. There's someone running against him. Is it all red? Do you guys know who's running against Ted Cruz next time around? Queen of Swords. I keep thinking his wife is going to divorce him. I'm going to stand by that. 6 of Wands. He was involved in January 6th. He's going down. They want a Christo-fascist nation. So the Pope Francis said same-sex unions can be blessed in the Catholic Church. Yeah. Hello. Can we just love one another and celebrate how we're different? Yeah. Ted Cruz is done. He's done. The women are coming after Ted Cruz. Speaking of that, you may have seen the video clips when reporters were going up to Ted Cruz asking about this, Kate Cox case where they're just letting Colin Alred. He's running against Cruz, right? Ted Cruz is representing, well, not really, but he's supposed to be representing the people of Texas. So the people of Texas want to know what he thinks about this draconian abortion ban where women, I'm sorry to tell you, I've said it before, women are dying. Oh, call my office. Oh, call my office. And he just runs away. Cancun Cruz just runs away. In the face of a crisis, his constituents are in a crisis, and what does he do? He runs the hell away. He can't even represent his own wife and family. Trump years ago called his wife, I don't know, ugly or something, and he didn't even defend his wife. I'd divorce his butt in half a second. Anyway, lowlife is right. And Ruben Gallegos is also running against him? Oh my goodness. Well, one thing's for sure. We're all having an interesting, we're all living at a very interesting time in history. I did not see, I don't think I want to. There's some really horrible ads out there that the right-wing extremists are running. We should probably complain about that. All red is ahead. Okay, good. Yeah. Oh, we'll keep up with it. We'll keep up with who's running. I want to just sing my little chant. It's more like a cheer. More Democrats running in elections winning. More Democrats running in elections winning. Remember, I want you to sing it all the time. Chant it. More Democrats running in elections winning. I'll make one up for taking over the House, too. I'm going to do that. Stay tuned for that. Getting your good Democrats mixed up. It's okay. Come to grassroots of democracy, because we straighten each other out. I mean, in terms of like, okay, who knows what's going on in that state? Who knows what's going on in that race? Who knows what's going on with voting? I have my, just to show you how proactive we are, I just got voting postcards in the mail. Etsy sells voting postcards. There are many organizations that will give you a mailing list. This is what we do on our Saturday sessions. There's an election coming up in New York for George Santos' seat. By the way, speaking of Santos, Trump is now supporting George Santos. It's a mess. It's a mess. I know. I know. It's a total mess. It's kind of like we're in the Tower card. I'm going to pull 3 cards. Is Trump calling for trouble in Colorado? It doesn't take a psychic. Like, I think you can answer that, right? Well, is it Susie will win Santos' seat? Let's see. Yeah, the party of law and order, right. Back the blue, yeah, right. We're in the Twilight Zone, I agree, Damon. All right, let me get the name right. Susie, is that how you say his name, Susie? He must be Italian. Will Tom Susie win Santos' seat? Yes, I get a yes on that. In Virginia, Glenn Youngkin is crickets doing, he's not doing anything to, he's a governor. Was he not doing anything? What do you mean? Oh, well, he's a do-nothing Republican. It's just, it's uncanny. I mean, everything that Donald Trump is saying about what Democrats are doing. He literally, Donald Trump, I know, I hate saying his name too, but he literally said Joe Biden is against democracy. Trump just wants the airtime. Trump needs attention like we need air to breathe. I'm going to just go there and ask about Trump's health. How's his health? How is his health? I keep on getting that he's weakening. Physically weakening. Mentally too, we know that. How's his health? I have the devil. You know, I'm saying, I think he has a deal with the devil that's keeping him alive. Lame duck Youngkin, yeah. This is interesting because I feel like he's I just really feel like Trump is done. This reminds me of the abortion bans that Trump, you know, Trump proudly says that he was, you know, it's the abortion bans are because of him because he thinks that's a good thing. He is the devil. How often do I get the devil when I read on Trump? More often than I don't. Cruz reminds you of a wolf? No, that's an insult to wolves. Let's be real. Trump's health. I was just saying earlier, I feel like the devil's keeping him going. All that evil's keeping him going. Maybe he needs that adrenaline of like spewing all this Hitler talk. Maybe he needs to do that to keep his energy going. But this reminds me of, sometimes I think that Trump knows things that there's not like a logical way for him to know. The demonic is, you know, has that ability. It can give somebody that ability. I shouldn't be saying that right now because this is not of the devil. But anyway, Trump knows that the abortion ban that he was instrumental in getting in place is going to sink him, if nothing else does. But I don't see him on the ballot. The Nine of Pentacles, this is about all the evidence against him. So he's not doing well because the stress is getting to him. But I am really getting that he's fueled by the evil. And the other night I mentioned that I felt like, and I really get this too, I get that the fascist Republicans are banking on one thing, and it's to get enough American people to believe all the lies. They only have lies. They only have lies. And as far as Trump is concerned, all that he has in terms of staying afloat financially is to get his haters to hate more. That's what's going on. To get his haters to hate more is like this is what they're leaning into. All the Putin Republicans, all the Trump Putin Republicans are leaning into, we'll just keep lying. That's all they have. I mean, it's really an interesting thing to see in my mind's eye, that's it. They don't have anything else but the lies that they tell. And for Trump, he doesn't have anything else to lean on except getting the haters to hate more. It's that cut and dried. Let's pull 3 cards about the effect that that's going to have on our country. And the guys just said, Jack Smith knows about the Putin connection. And by the way, speaking of Putin, with Alexei Navalny now missing, there's going to be a rising up in Russia. And I know a couple of years ago I said that I saw a Russian revolution overthrowing the government. I don't know how soon it would happen, but boy, Navalny was their hero. Are the Russian people going to revolt? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I'm not sure when. Is it years? It's not years. It feels like it's months. What's going to happen to America with all this damage? With all this damage, what's going to happen? We have so many problems we could be solving right now, and we're wasting all years and years and years of our time on Trump. But there is a reason. We'll strengthen our democracy. What's going to happen to America? Well, nothing's really going to change until the secrets are revealed. The Supreme Court is Clarence Thomas and Alito and Roberts. They're being exposed. So the high priestess, the secrets, I'm just looking at how America's going to fare through all this rough and tumble stuff. Literally rough and tumble. The Seven of Wands. Okay. We're going to become more and more and more aware of how much we've been stolen from. Because the high priestess is the secrets that have been kept. The Seven of Wands is all the information about, the Seven of Swords. I was kind of looking for the Seven of Swords. It's the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Swords, I've gotten so many times about what's going on in America. And I've been blown away by how absolutely robbed we are. How much money they have. Yeah, the veil is lifting. That's what I'm seeing here. How much money has been stolen from us? But this is a Seven of Wands, which is indicating communication about how much has been stolen from us. Seven of Swords. So, WJ, you're absolutely right. We have to pay attention to what's going on in Russia. Absolutely, because the Putin Republicans are using the Russian playbook. Not just the Russian playbook, but the Orban playbook and the Erdogan playbook and the Hitler playbook. So, but the secrets are being revealed. And the Five of Pentacles it's almost like the Putin Republicans, like, kind of, I'm just saying this like an analogy. They have less and less oxygen. But this is definitely, it's an invasion. We're under attack from a foreign enemy. And it is... If you watch our astrology show from yesterday, there's a lot of great insights that Kathy gave us. Definitely check that out, because we're not at the beginning of this. We're heading into the end of the insanity. Next year is going to be it's going to be hard, but we've gotten through hard stuff before. So many followers have been fleeced by Trump. Yeah, but I do feel like diminishing returns, the air taken out of their balloons, the Putin Republicans, I do feel that. Oh my goodness, look at the time. Thomas reminded me it's time for a commercial. I almost didn't do tea leaves tonight, that's why I was a little late. If I'm a little late, just so you know, I'll be on, unless I'm having tech issues, which, that happens. Sometimes I take it personally, I think it's me. But so far, so good. Okay, there's that. Oh, my commercial break. Don't leave yet. Where did I put my... I just threw everything all over the place. On Saturday, December 23rd, the day before Christmas Eve Day, I'm reading A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, live streamed here on my channel. I am doing that as a fundraiser for my channel. So tune in watch. I've got some fun stuff planned. I'm going to read the entire story, A Christmas Carol, the whole thing. So you have to tune into that. To book a reading. I don't know what's going on with people. You guys, nobody needs a reading? Thank you, Janet. Completely blank schedule. Completely blank schedule. I'm doing something wrong. And I do need to pay my bills, so it's a win-win-win. I do the best readings you'll ever get, and I'm not a bragger, so I'm just telling you. PsychicAnnetteDion.com. Also, the lunar calendars for 2024 are on my website. PsychicAnnetteDion.com if you want to purchase that. There are things to purchase on my website if you need last minute Christmas gifts, and the lunar calendar, my niece designs these, is great. Church of Spirituality, I have a service on Christmas Eve day because it's a Sunday at 1 as usual and at 10 p.m. and then on Christmas Day at noon. And it doesn't matter what religion you are, it's a good message. Okay? GrassrootsDemocracy.com, we need you on board. We need everybody here to make a commitment that we're going to do everything we possibly can. We need all hands on deck. We need to not have a fascist government. If we ever, I'm just painting a picture. If we ever had fascism, you and I wouldn't be able to do this. You wouldn't be able to go to the grocery store when you wanted to. You wouldn't be able to have, the government working for you. You would have nothing. And Trump is the horror movie that our founders warned us about. And they're looking on. They are looking on. So grassrootsofdemocracy.com. And on my website, PsychicAnnetteDion.com, you can purchase 10 guided meditations for a healed America for $20. Let's look at the tea leaves. Was I going to read on something else with the cards? I think we're good. Okay. Very interesting. On our show yesterday, Kathy Bale did mention that this is going to be a nice kind of peaceful energy next couple of weeks, just personally. It's going to be, moon in Cancer, full moon in Cancer next week on Tuesday. It's about being home, being where you're comfortable, wherever home is for you. Sometimes home is, just a state of mind. But it is going to be a nice feeling Christmas season. Take it easy. It's the end of the year. I'm not doing very much. I'm just goofing around buying new tarot decks. Great time to get a reading from me. Because, I'll be totally focused. Not that I'm not totally focused, but you know what I mean. I don't. There's no pressure. I have a cat, and in that little cat spot, I have what looks like two people coming together. Hang on a second, because I don't usually have tea leaves show up in the cat section. Hang on, bear with me. I'm almost done for now. The cat, your independent streak and free spirit seek an outlet now. I was just talking about that. Be adventurous and follow your heart. Okay, so this is about partnerships. This is about getting together with friends and enjoying yourself and feeling free. I was just talking about that. And if you can travel, do some traveling. I have the sun here. It feels like it's going to be a good time for traveling. I don't think there's any major storms. We had our big storm on Monday. I think most parts of the country are in the clear in terms of big storms. When big storms come around the holidays, it's not good for travel. The Jupiter, I see a pelican here. So a pelican, and the pelican is going, diving for a fish. So this is Jupiter. Go for what you want. Go for what you want. Just be very single-minded. Go for what you want. By the end of the year, set your intentions. Go for the gusto, you know, like be very directed. See the pelican, he's got a fish in his beak. I know, you probably can't see that. Anyway, I do my best. I'm seeing pelicans, it's very weird. We're going to get a lot of news out of Florida this week. I feel like, I wonder if Ron DeFascist is going to stay in the race. Anyway, this looks like an animal. This looks like a bear. This looks like the Big Bear, the Big Dipper, the constellation. Look to the stars. I want to say, pay attention to your astrology. You see cats a lot? Yeah. It's about being free and paying attention to your intuition. I just want to say to pay attention to what's going on in the cosmos. I don't know why. Maybe check your astrology. I feel like this is an anvil. You know how they do, a blacksmith has an anvil? Know that we're molding our future. And there's a bird here. Be aware that we are very, very much participating in creating the reality that we want to create. Just know that. It's really important to remember that. So come to grassrootsofdemocracy.com and before I go, solstice, yeah, and the solstice is tomorrow. Make your Yule log. Thanks for mentioning that. I forgot to mention it. You guys saw my Yule altar, I think. Let's pull a fairy card. Let's pull a fairy card before we go. I just want to show you my Yule altar because it's Yule tomorrow. This is from our Yule celebration. So see, there's the bells and the candles. Bayberry candles are good for prosperity. Greens. The Yule log is there. That Yule log has my intentions wrapped around it for 2024. There's another log. So take some time and decorate. It really raises the vibration. So I'm going to leave you with a fairy card. I haven't ever read these before. It's the first time I've opened them up. Away we fly. It's exactly what we were just talking about. Warren loved the Yule celebration. Thank you. I was disappointed. Only half the people that signed up showed up. That was a bummer. And I also found out that on Zoom, music doesn't carry. So if you're into Christmas music, definitely tune in over the weekend because I'm going to be playing a lot of Christmas songs, Christmas hymns for Church of Spirituality. You want a group hug before we go? Okay, hang on. I just have to show you my new fairy card. I've been talking about this. Away we fly. Take the cloud roads. Delight in your imagination. That's exactly what I was just talking about. You can use your imagination to build your Yule altar. And Yule is tomorrow. Tomorrow is the shortest day of the entire year. It's a very spiritual time. It's a very good time to tune into the angelic realm. Take advantage of it. Focus on kindness. Didn't Ted have an affair with Bobert? Cruz was out of my mind for a second. Yeah, anyway. Well, we can get to that next time. So, it's Wednesday. I'll see you on Friday. And, yeah. Lift the energy. Do something fun. Acknowledge the beautiful holy season, the sacred season. All right. Love you all. Please book a reading. And, psychic.AnnetteDion.com. Oh, yo, John, thanks. Yeah, that's in the other room. The altar's set up. Oh, group hug. Group hug. 1, 2, 3, group hug. Keep you going till Friday. All right. Come to Grassroots of Democracy tomorrow. Namaste. Thanks. Bye.